Okay, we've all seen the movie Lion King. We know who Rafiki is. We all know that Rafiki is a baboon, right? Wrong. I'm gonna tell you guys what he actually is right now. In the movie The Lion King, there is an animal featured that is Rafiki. Some used to believe that it was a make-believe animal, and then some people start to think that, oh, maybe he's a baboon. Well, he, in actuality, is an animal called a mandrill. Mandrills are the world's largest monkey. Even though they resemble baboons, they are a completely different species. Now, besides being the world's largest monkeys, mandrills are also one of the most colorful animals on the planet, where you can see by those face markings. This species of monkey is sexually dimorphic, meaning the males look different and have different physical characteristics than the females. The males have that beautiful face coloration with the blues and the reds, whereas the females are a little bit more dull in the face. This species can be found in Western Africa. They are both a terrestrial and an arboreal species, meaning they live on the ground and they will spend time in trees, especially when they go to sleep at night. So they're a species of omnivore, meaning they'll eat insects, plants, lizards, basically anything they can get their hands on. The males can be up to 80 pounds and the females typically are about 30, so they're more than double their size. Now, we do want to get some more information about these mandrills and actually want to take you guys all the way to Denver Zoo to meet Keeper Tia, where she'll tell us a little bit more about the mandrills she gets to work with.
Hi, I'm Tia and I am a mandrill keeper here at the Denver Zoo. We have 6 mandrills here at the Denver Zoo. Our big male is Jelani, and then he lives with Ruby, one of our females, and then Kumani, another one of our females, and she has 2 kids, Kessie and Akili, and then Saba is our older girl. Here at the Denver Zoo, we train our mandrills for a lot of different behaviors. I think the most important ones is that one of our mandrills is diabetic, and so she gets daily insulin injections twice a day. So she's trained for those. They're voluntary. She just presents her shoulder to us and we give her the insulin injection, and then she gets a grape afterwards. And we also can do glucometer readings with her. So she just presents her butt to us and we can just poke her with the lancet and get a reading of what her blood sugar levels are. We've also trained some of our mandrills, like Kumani. Before she had her baby, we trained her for a voluntary ultrasound so we could look and make sure that the baby was developing well before she had it. They know voluntary injections as well. They know body present, so they can open their mouth, show us their teeth, show us their tongue. They can present their ear to us. They can present their hands, their feet, their back, their belly, just so we can check them over every day. The mandrills are really intelligent, as are all primate species, and we do try to challenge them with enrichment. We really focus our program on species-specific behavior-based enrichment. Try to encourage natural behaviors that they would be doing out in the wild. We look up their natural history and we say, okay, they're foraging, but they're foraging in different ways. So they're foraging for insects in a different way, then they would be foraging for fruit, then they would be foraging for small vertebrates, then they'd be foraging for seeds and nuts. So we try to give them different opportunities to utilize all of those different foraging. Everything that you see in their exhibit behind us is stuff that we utilize for enrichment. We give them lots of different large props, lots of different fire hose feeders. The other day, I actually worked with a different department at the zoo and they gave us some camel hair, and I gave them camel hair, and that was a really interesting olfactory experience for the mandrills. My favorite part about working with mandrills is that they are so socially complex. Their hierarchies are really interesting. We have 6 mandrills here at the zoo, and right now we do not keep all of them together at one time. So we utilize something called fission fusion, where we mix different girls with Jelani each day. They use scent marking, vocal communication, tactile communication to communicate. So it's pretty interesting to see how they communicate with each other and how they also communicate with us. A lot of times we know that they're happy and that we've done something good. When they're smiling at us, they'll do like this sort of grin, and that's always a really nice feeling. Here at the Denver Zoo, we really try to build such strong relationships and trust with all of our animals. And we've worked really hard to do that with the mandrills. Our mandrills are really important ambassadors for their wild counterparts. Mandrills are listed as vulnerable, which means that they're not yet endangered, but they definitely need our help and support. They face a lot of challenges like habitat loss due to logging and the bushmeat trade. It's always really fun for me to come out and educate our guests on why mandrills are so important and what they can do to help not only our mandrill group, but the mandrill group out in the wild.
Thank you all for hanging out with me on this A to Zoo episode on mandrills. Stay tuned for the letter N. It's coming up soon. Till next time, it's your boy Jungle Jordan. I'm out.